Hello, everyone. I haven't been live in a while. It's been 2 years. My son is home. Help me set my live up on my phone. Wanted to talk about a few things. I'm going to wait for a few people to come in before I get started. Yeah. Let me know if you can hear me. DJ. Delvin. Trying to see if I can read the comments. Can you type in the comment section if you can hear me? DJ. Hello. So I wanted to speak on the epic fail in regards to Miss Lieonya. Just like always, I expected that the party was going to be dry, just like her commentary, unfortunately. And before I get started, I'm going to say everything I state is allegedly not a guaranteed fact. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Miss Unique. Hey, sisters. Everything I state is allegedly not a guaranteed fact, my own personal opinion and observation. So, we going to keep it real. We going to talk. And this has absolutely nothing to do with the kids. The kids looked beautiful today. Baby girl hair was combed. It seemed as though the kids kind of enjoyed themselves. Not so much the baby, but it is what it is. So I thought Miss Lieonya, since she decided to take her man out of town for his birthday, buy him Rolexes, shopping, and all this stuff, I was going to expect her to bring it on. More like some pony rides, makeup, painting on the face, some type of action for a 4-year-old. And it seemed like everything that she bought her, she wasn't excited about it because 3 weeks before that, she took her on a shopping spree to buy the same kind of stuff. And then you are a mother of 4, right? You have 4 kids, so you done it 4 times. So why would you not have batteries for your children's toys? When I buy stuff for Christmas when my son was young, when they needed batteries, I made sure I bought those batteries. So when he came home or Christmas Day, when he opened those toys, he had batteries and he was able to play with them toys. He wasn't just standing there looking at the toys and waiting the next day for me to go to the store. So you that type of mom. And the sad part is, like, you had time to prepare for this. You went to jail at 11 o'clock last night. So you stayed online all night, 4 o'clock in the morning, dogging your husband out. And then you turn around and you give us this little dry birthday party for your baby who deserves the world. You could have even freaking did princess party, fingernail polish, anything. But you chose to do it like this for her. Hey, everyone. I was just watching prior and I had to click off to jump on live. Hey, sweet mom. I want Sweet Mom to come up here as well, you guys. This is my first live in 2 years, so bear with me. Hi, Ashley D in the chat. Hey, Mimi. Yeah, she only did this because we talked about it. But the sad part is she didn't even have anyone there at the little girl age. She had 3 kids that seemed like it was somebody she knew. And out of all the people that she released the pigeons with, out of all her fake friends at the pajama party, where was they kids at? Why was there no laughter, nothing in the house? It was just dry and quiet. Balloons hanging on the freaking wall. A bouncy house that was out of air outside. Come take a look. What was exciting about that? Sweet mom, I got to figure out how to get you up here. But at the end of the day, this goes to show you where her priorities are. How can you go above and beyond for a man that you barely knew? But your daughter turns 4 years old and you wasted all the time in the world bashing her father when you had time and effort to put into planning this party for her. But yet you go about and you throw this bland party, 5 cupcakes, a cake in the middle, and you think we supposed to be wild. When us who don't make $50,000, $40,000 a year, we plan parties better than this. I was able to pull off sending my son to Disney World when he was 3. And I'll be honest, I wish I would have waited till he was older so he actually understood. But this is somebody we talking about that make what, $50,000 a year? She a boss. And this what she pull off for her baby girl? Not to mention it's hot in Atlanta. You couldn't even get him a water balloon fight, anything. And I even thought about how unhinged she been coming late. She been becoming lately. And it's sad and it's scary at the same time. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what to expect from her. She didn't never think she would go to jail. She never thought that she would have to face justice. For some reason, she thought that justice didn't apply to her. And now all of a sudden, when she go to jail, even if it was for that little time, now she's out for revenge. And that's what she was thinking about all last night, all this morning. And I believe at the end of the day, this lady stayed up to go to the courthouse to try to press charges about this finger that was allegedly broken when we all know it was broken clearly from her kicking on the ground from the crate of him trying to protect himself. Yeah, and she's still going back to jail. Trust. Yep. I believe that. And that party is a reflection of their reality. Looks nice, but deeper, it fell hard. After, this is the thing, and I'm not trying to be mean. This party has nothing to do with what the kids had anything to do with them planning anything. This had something to do with her putting on a show for us, you guys. She said, y'all wanted me to throw a party for my kids. This is me showing y'all I could be a mom. Every time she tries to pretend to be a mom, she fails miserably at it. This was her moment to show us something that we all haven't seen. Like, we've all seen our friends go above and beyond for their kids at that age or a little bit older. And this is somebody who has a nice income, who takes trips on a regular. Make it make sense. And this is what you come up with for your baby? Hey, peaceful lady. It's just sad and it's not fair. And the oldest daughter tried to put on a little bit to make it more exciting, but the little girl, she didn't even seem enthused about anything. You know why? Because she had Barbies 2 weeks before that. Her mom allowed her to go on a shopping spree and pick out whatever she wanted, and everything in the cart seemed like it was Barbie stuff. So why all of a sudden now she gonna get so crump and excited about something she's already seen? She's 4 years old. For all of that, she could have had a my-size Barbie. Somebody dress up like clowns, blow balloons up. Like, you couldn't come up with anything, Lieonya. But what you want to say? I went to jail last night. You went to jail at 11 o'clock, but you knew your daughter's birthday was a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 weeks ago. Come on, make it make sense. Yeah, you guys, this is my first time going live in a while. But at the end of the day, Miss Lieonya is someone that I wouldn't trust around my kids, around my man, around anyone in my family. And the sad part is, Mr. LaTrue family, his sisters, I don't know what it is, and I can't put my finger on it, but I don't know why they trust this lady. I don't know if they feel a sort of way because that's their niece's mother, but Miss Lieonya can't be trusted by anyone. I mean, anybody can see that unless they feel some sort of way about their own sibling. Now, if we're going to be real, Joseph in the Bible, let's keep it real, and I'm not trying to preach, but he was betrayed by his own siblings. So that don't disqualify any of us out here. We've been betrayed by family before. We had people snake us, even people we was cool with, who we helped out along the way, who we thought would never betray us, who we vibe with. Now, all of a sudden, we look up and now they act like they don't know us, or they don't even acknowledge the things that we've done for them. And Miss Lieonya is not exempt. She has slithered her way into this man's life when he was broken on the low, when he was going through things, when he probably had mommy issues, when he should have went to therapy. A lot of us should go to therapy. And instead, she was able to be everything for this man at that moment. And the sad part is, he was holding on, hoping that she would change. Maybe if I did this different. Maybe if I helped around the house a little more. This is what she complained about. Maybe if I cooked. She said she needed a break with our daughters These kids worrying her. Maybe if I did that. No. A narc, sociopath, those people will never change. The only thing will change day by day is what their issue is and what they really mad about. Tomorrow they're going to be mad about something different. Today they mad about this. And she seems as though she was the type of wife to hold back sexually from him as well. You could just tell how she acted. And now all of a sudden she trying to have us think that she over the top in love with Mr. Ed. And he's not even attractive. Exactly. And what if the kids watch her video? They know the real her. Yes, they do. And you could tell those kids know the real her. Hi, the Lone Ranger. Hey, sweetheart. The kids know the real her because you can tell how those kids act around her. Those kids act quietly and accordingly. Those kids, most of the time, are never out of line. They do what they're supposed to do for their mother. On that show, at that table, those kids were sitting around waiting for her to ask them something, and they agree with everything. When have we ever saw these kids voice their own opinion about how they feel? Let's be real. When she was in the car with her daughter, she coached her daughter to having her own opinion about how she felt about her as a mom. She manipulated that whole conversation, and everybody's applauding her. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so cool. That is your daughter who's not a teenager, and you sitting in the car with her, having a conversation with her like that's your best friend. You have no motherly intuition inside of you. You can't even fake it. Even today, it made me sick to my stomach to see you. Yay, thank you. Thanks for the cash app. Everything was fake. Yes, it definitely. She is a joke. And Janelle been checked out. Yep. He came today. Best believe some type of shopping trip was promised to him. Something for his benefit. And the sad part is, at the end of the day, she put all those videos back up, more recent ones back up, to try to upset her husband. He put a video up of the daughter being born and everything. And here go Miss Lieonya. Even if you upset with the child's father, when we not a bitter baby mama, this man was a part of your life for 6 years. He was a part of all your kids' life, Lieonya. You can't do a video tribute for her birthday and put your feelings aside and add her daddy in here? Like, really, you that miserable? You can't stand this man that much? He's not a part of this collage, this video? So he wasn't a part of these 3 years of her life? That is just sad. And I, at the end of the day, do hope her daughter, as well as her 2 sons, are in therapy. Because we don't know. And I think Sweet Ma talked about that. And maybe if any of you know, I don't have a parent like that, but dealing with a parent that's a narc or a sociopath. No, Sweet Ma, I don't think you said you know about that, but you spoke on that. I can't even imagine what those kids might feel besides walking on eggshells. When your mother is all over the place and she's out to get revenge on your used to be dad, but now he's the enemy. Can you imagine how she's going through that house from mad at Robert one minute to mad at Mr. Ed the next? What type of lifestyle do these kids have? And then the crazy thing is, she live in that nice neighborhood, right? No kids was there, baby girl age. You know, it's probably Caucasian people in that neighborhood. Johnny from across the street wasn't there. That goes to show you, them kids probably don't even be outside like that, if we gonna be real. Where was that kids in the neighborhood at the party? Nobody was there. It was quiet, crickets. And yes, absolutely, when they get older, they will have a story to tell. And when they go back to court, hopefully he presents this new evidence, and being there married, the baby will have to go with him. I agree with that. At the end of the day, I think that he's smarter than what everybody wants him to do. They want him to act out. They want him to show something. They want him to get out of character. And no, why would he do that? Miss Lieonya is digging her own grave. Let her continue to do that. Let him move in silence. This man has been, what, a YouTuber for years. He's an entertainer. This is what he's used to. This is part of his journey, you guys. Just like a lot of us have been betrayed by people. This is a part of our journey. This is what makes us who we are today. We've lost loved ones. We've dealt with people who we cared about. We've been in relationships, not even close to Lieonya, but some of us have been in those similar situations. And someone that's been a DV victim that claimed that someone has been hurting them and harming them. There's no way you're going to leak pictures. You're going to say it's up. You're going to pretend as though you're threatening him, but then he's scared of your man child. Like, let's be real. Like I spoke about in the video earlier, that man is not scared of your father. He's not scared of Mr. Janelle. He is scared of you. He can't trust you. You are unpredictable. Yes, Johnny from across the street. That's what she said in the little skit thing. And at the end of the day, the sad thing about all this is those kids are in the midst of this. And we don't know just how unhinged this lady is. We saw only a snippet of it live from Sweet Ma or on her page, or even her up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Who's gonna be up at 4 o'clock in the morning? You just came from jail. You went live, you let everybody know you was home, you took a shot when you claimed you don't drink, and then you go on live at 4 o'clock. We see you strolling through your phone. Your phone didn't ring one time. Mr. Ed wasn't thinking about you. He was somewhere chasing the rainbow. We all know that. He lived his best life in New York. He put you to sleep with a rockabye story, and then he on doing him at the club where the rest of the rainbows are, where the rest of the divas go. Let's keep it real. So then you up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You have all the time and the energy to talk about this man, but you give your daughter this sad party. This sad party. Balloons taped up. A bouncy house that's out of air. You couldn't even put water on that. Balloons had a water gun fight. Bought a couple water guns, balloon fight, something better than what you presented us. And then you want to try to have everybody all crumpet happy about this. Like, you do everything for every man except for your husband who put you where you are. That's the funny thing about you. That's the funny thing about a narc. They will make you feel so mind effed, low, manipulate you. This lady been with this man all these years. She didn't buy him no jewelry. She didn't want to love on him. She didn't want to show him no affection. But now she want us to believe that she loving on Booger Boy like that. She loving on him so much. She buy him all this jewelry. She spending all her money. But yet she claimed about giving her husband $20,000 out of the 50 she make a month. And that's her husband. But she willing to buy this man Rolexes, trips, things he don't even deserve. And he doesn't show her any attention. And he doesn't even know how to fake it. But now we find out she really don't even like him either. So now, why are you wasting your money, your time, and energy? You might as well just call it quits. But on the flip side, it's a good thing you are talking to him, because all that little extra energy that you have chasing behind your ex who don't want you, you could put that into Mr. Ed. And that's less stress on Mr. Robert, because nobody want to deal with a bitter baby mama like you. Like, it's sad. Hey, Amber. Hey, baby. You are a sad, bitter baby mama. And I don't wish you on nobody. Like 18 years of you. That's why your kid's dad will post your bootleg, makeup product, facial, whatever you want to call it, anything you got going on. He will lie for you. He will pray for you. He will drive to South Carolina, North Carolina, and pick the kids up. It don't matter. He will do that for you just to keep you off of his back. Because you gave that man 3 times worth of hell having them kids. And you claim that he beat you and did this and did that, but yet you kept pushing his babies out. Then you claim he kept you from seeing your mother when she was sick. What type of daughter are you? If you could turn your back on your own mother when she's sick and allow any man to stop you from going to see your mother, then you got to be some type of woman. Nobody gonna stop me from seeing the person that gave birth to me. Yes, Aries Black, I'm live today, you guys. I'm trying to get used to this. It's kind of weird. I ain't been live in 2 years, you guys. So 18 years of bad luck messing with her. Yes, 18 years of bad luck messing with her. And it's going to continue on. Even when the kids is grown, graduating from college, she's just still that trifling mother. Let me tell you how this gonna go, okay? God has took everything away from the LaTruths. And we got to think about this too. It's not just only Mr. LaTruth suffering. His brother suffered his platform. He lost that. The relationship between siblings been messed up and lost because of this woman. Everything in this family has been destroyed. And that's just God having favor over them. You got to be real. If this devil, this lady came into just one person's life and she impacted so many others, you got to know God have favor over them. And God just stripping them of everything that don't belong to them so he could get them 10 times better, 10 times more. That lady was nothing but a pain, a headache, a draining energy that he did not need. But unfortunately, he will be stuck with her for 18 years. And I hope she continues to do what she do so he can continue to keep documents of that. And when your daughter's old enough to understand what's going on, she can say she want to go to her daddy, because she did not look so happy at that party, if we gonna be real. Yeah, he does play along. As much as she lies, are all the kids the same by the same man? He plays along to avoid child support. Exactly. And her fans were bragging about her destroying the whole family. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying, you guys. That's why I kind of wanted to go live today, but I got off the subject and I got a little upset about the party. I'm not going to hold y'all up. And I didn't want y'all to feel as though I was being judgmental when it came to the kids. I was just a little hurt. I felt like she could have brought it a little more for baby girl. She had all that energy to be on live last night. Thank goodness for my girl, Sweet Mom, saving it, because, you know, they delete everything. They incriminate themselves. Then they turn around and act like it's just going to disappear. Anyhow, she messed up, exactly, tried to mess up a whole family. Joseph brothers turned their back on him. And what happened? What happened to him? He wound up being better, even more powerful. And at the very end, the same brothers that turned his back on him, they needed him. They needed him to survive. They needed him to eat. So that will be the same thing of the sisters who call themselves sticking up for her. You claim that you never saw any domestic violence. You only saw verbal abuse. Okay, we all state that we know that's what they did to one another. He admitted that. We admitted that. They verbally abused one another. Okay. But imagine if a man his size set on it before he lost weight. Imagine if a man his size actually did put his fist up against her face and really hurt her. All those broken, fractures, scars, what did she say? Metaphors, all those things would have been real. We would have had some type of documents. Now you want to scrape up something at the last minute because you've been held accountable for for leaking his nudes. I'm getting tongue tied, y'all. I'm getting in my feelings. She leaked this man nudes, and she had the nerve to say he had no right to send his baby mamas to jail. Men are gonna laugh at him for doing that. You have lost your mind. Who in their right mind think that this man should have allowed her just to leak his nudes, as well as his tax papers, as well as his address? He not paying for his Tesla. He got $800 in the bank. Who in their right mind will allow you to continue to walk over them, continue to drag them, and they not stand up for themselves? If he had not did that, then she would have never quit. And then she had the nerves to say, I've been quiet long enough. I've been quiet. Lieonya, when you talked about them tax papers, the next day that man went to the freaking county building and you had to be quiet. You didn't have a choice. But, however, your people behind Facebook, they was, what was it, trigger happy? They was putting pictures of this man doing yoga. They was putting pictures of him with Joe Body with his face on there. Them people every day antagonize that man. They even found me from his page, from me sharing a post from him. But you was quiet long enough, and you mean to tell me you not aware of what your people doing? Make it make sense. You are completely aware of what your people doing. You give them the green light to do it. Nobody is doing these things because you don't have a problem with it. You know what they doing. And no, she not thinking about them kids, not at all. And he was blessed to have such a strong family support system. Because had it not been for his brother and his sister standing up for him, I don't know if he could have survived this, y'all. This had to be something to deal with a publicly, openly relationship with a narc. When it's finally over and you finally decide to walk away and this woman decides to bash you. She decides to come for you, your manhood, your looks. Did you guys know today? Today, they are back posting pictures of him saying he looked like Lil Bill. Baby, he got way back on him now. He don't look like that little skinny picture y'all got going around. Now they back to dogging him out on that little fake page. They back trigger happy. And that's the sad part because what did she say? Now she on one, it's up. When have you not been on one? When have it not been up, Miss Lieonya? When are you going to say enough is enough for your daughter? You say you have an app. Whenever he miss a appointment scheduled time with his daughter, the next day, if he even asked to see her, you can say no. You keep documents about all of this. If I was him too, I would not be so easily happy, excited to go see my daughter with a mother like you. I would not step foot on your property. You are evil. He could come over there and get her and you could pretend something else happened. I am so glad that he's able to carry a weapon and protect himself. Because how many threats have you said without saying them? We're not silly. We know what you're saying. We know what it's up mean. We know what you watch your back, watch your back. You are upset with this man because he did not let you destroy him. Like you tried to destroy his career. Like you tried to destroy his family. Like you tried to destroy his relationship with his daughter and his other daughter. And when she's a little bit older, she'll be old enough to understand. And then they was laughing today, you guys, about how he had the nerve to put up a page for his daughter when she wasn't even born yet. Okay, why would he not do that? If she's getting ready to be born, why would he not start a page for her? He's a content creator. So that page can build up. So eventually she can have followers. So about time she's in high school, getting ready to go to college, she can have money saved up. That's the way a smart parent would think ahead. But Miss Lieonya wants to control all these pages. She wants to act like it's all about money with him. But we got to ask ourselves, what is it all about with her? What is she doing behind her madness? What is she getting out of this? What is her motive? Because she really not an influencer. She really not making a difference. The only time her views go up when she's talking about her husband. And she's evil. Thank you, Miss Sexy C. Ray. I appreciate it. Hey, Annetta. No, and she not stopping anything. Absolutely. And she thinks it's funny. No, you guys, think about this. She had the nervous laugh last night. That girl was nervous. She is really scared. If we're going to be honest with ourselves. She was doing 5 different emotions in less than 10 minutes. She was laughing. She started dancing. She started drinking. Maybe that was her other personality because she made it perfectly clear on her show. I don't drink. I don't drink. Last night, she wanted everyone to have a shot. And this how evil and messy she is. She wanted to, on the way from where she was at, while she was enjoying her little fruit snack like the kid that she is, call and make sure we heard that her stepdaughter was over there. Now, every time her stepdaughter over there, I always think of it like something getting ready to occur or she trying to be funny. The last time they went on that vacation and Mr. Ed was on there with them And that was pretty clear with the plate next to Miss Lieonya. So why wasn't your daughter next to you? And who's next to you? Now, last night, the sister, Robert's sister, was with him. So who was at the house watching all the kids? Exactly. Her stepdaughter. So she always try to plan stuff out, but she never understand, think it through enough to where we see right through it. Like, you the type of person that commit a crime and don't even wipe your fingerprints off the weapon. We see you and you don't plan it out enough. You're not that smart. Every time your stepdaughter is around, who you never had this relationship with nor interaction, you are trying to hurt and antagonize your husband. You want to pretend like all of a sudden, out of all these months now, you want her at your 4-year-old daughter's party because that's her sister. Okay, so what about this whole summer when the kids was at home? Where was she at? We haven't saw her. We saw her in the beginning. Now your sister, Robert's sister, come and you try to pull her in the camera dancing and you acting all extra hyper and just over the top. Like, you was so extra last night for no reason. I'm wondering, like, what's wrong with her? Does she need to go take her meds? What do you guys think was wrong with her? Do you think she really takes meds, or you guys think she does not take them? I think she needs to take meds, and it's been a while that she hasn't been on them, allegedly. But I really do think she has sociopath tendencies, narc, and so many more things that me, not being a doctor, I can't even pronounce and understand. Borderline personality. Because she becomes whoever we want her to be. I should have sat down with a pen and paper, put it up, and told her how to plan her daughter's party. That's what I should have did. But thank God to the heavens above, she combed her hair today, and it looked very nice. Or maybe Robert's sister did it. Or maybe her sister mom did it today. Who knows? But her hair was combed. She looked it so pretty. I'm not trying to laugh, but Ashley is really concerned. Like, what's wrong with her? Sierra dump. Sierra. Oh my gosh. Yes. Jama. Sierra's slow. I'ma just be real. She looks slow, her forehead slow, her face wide. Like, everything slow about her. This girl went on Nate Dogg panel. Nate Dogg was up there dogging her out, going in on her. I don't know what type of parent wouldn't have $3 to give their child. First of all, and it's not even in Sierra's defense, we don't have to give our children stuff that they always ask for. Maybe she had to pay bills that day, and maybe she gave the little girl $12 yesterday. That don't mean she have to give it to her the next day. But anyhow, she was going in on this big face lady, this big wide bald head face lady. I'm sorry, y'all, but I can't stand her. He got too slow, baby. Poor Robert. Let's pray for Robert in the comment section. Free Robert from both. He got too slow, baby mamas. Dang. Y'all, this is crazy. She dogged Sierra out, and she willingly came to the panel and explained everything, broke it down. No, he don't take care of my baby. He don't do nothing. First of all, you should have came up here with some type of energy, SpongeBob, and told her don't speak on your daughter or what finances go on in your household. Yeah, he definitely need prayers because they both clowns. And she probably gave Sierra $50 yesterday. Can I take your daughter with me? Sure, girl. Here, this $50. Go, I don't know, go buy a pizza from Little Caesars, a couple pieces for the kids. Thank you, girl. Like, it don't take much for Sierra. And that's so sad because if you pay attention to his daughter, she was more innocent when Robert was around. And now I watch her lives as she get older. Yes, kids, when they get into that teenager years, my son 15. I look up one day, he's taller than me. However, her whole demeanor, she had long nails on, lashes. She didn't look like her youthful, innocent self. It looked like she's turning into somewhat of her stepmom because her big forehead, mom receding hairliner, not being a mother figure in her life. She's okay in whatever it is Lieonya's doing. And that's not cool. And now she's just, who lets their little child, their daughter that's just becoming a teenager, have on these long fingernails? I'll be like, where you going? First, I used to get my nails done in the 7th grade, you guys, with my friends, but they were cut so low. And even wearing the lashes and stuff, you let them wear the smaller ones. But she's allowing Lieonya to half raise her daughter, and her daughter is looking up to Lieonya like that's cute. And the funny thing is, Lieonya's own daughter is looking down to her like that's not cute. Make it make sense. Her own daughter does not want no parts in her own mother. She seems like she's raising Lieonya. Let's be real. She is the one when Lieonya is having a situation, when she was in the kitchen talking smack, going back and forth with her daughter, the interaction in the car. She was trying to soothe her mother feelings instead of it being the other way around. It's okay. Don't pay them no mind. Well, they could just turn off. That's not the type of relationship that a child should have with their mother. But early on, these kids knew at an early age that their mom was not right. Something was mentally, allegedly wrong with her. They looked at the kids in the neighborhood. They went over their friends' houses from time to time, even their stepmom. They know that it's not right. It's way more structure in their kid dad's house with their stepmom than at their own house, because they have to clean and become maids immediately. Clean that kitchen up. Your kids didn't make this mess. Your man child made it. Where is he at? Oh, he's in the basement laughing loud on live, looking like a diva. But yet, she does not have that same smoke for anyone else. Aw, thank you, the Lone Ranger. Ashley, I love your chats. You keep it lit. I appreciate it, y'all. You guys, I'm trying. I don't know how to get Sweet Mom. How do I get you up here? I'm doing this from my phone, everyone. I'm trying to work on my computer. But I appreciate you all too. At the end of the day, you guys keep us going. Talking about Lieonya and, looking at videos and things like that, that will drain you. That is a demonic entity. And I'm not playing. Y'all think I'm joking, but that girl is demonic. And it's you can feel that when you have the God in you, like everybody on this live right now and other people, and 1,000 people that was tuned into Sweet Ma last night, we knew right away. You can see when those demonic things change and shift into her, when those different personalities. And we think it's bipolar. I think too, it's a little bit of both. I never saw nobody that can love somebody, for better or worse, allegedly for 6 years. Even abused women, they love their husband after they've been battered still. They have respect for them, even if they was a good father and they did mad bad stuff to them. They still keep a level of sanity, a level of peace between them, because they don't want any type of beef with them. If that man can move on peacefully, and he'll let me move on peacefully, I'm not finna speak on him. I'm not finna tear him down. I'm gonna let him live. So the little bit of communication we have to have, I'm gonna make sure it's cordial so my kids can still have their daddy. But Miss Lieonya, her intentions was never pure or genuine. Because if you can go from loving someone for 6 years, from all the videos of him upgrading her, from the gaps in her teeth, from that blonde hair, from them bubble shot eyes, from no butt to look at my butt now, you can become this person. And as you become bigger and bigger, you start to look down on the person who loved you before you had veneers, before you got your hair done, before you got your butt done, allegedly, your stomach. before you became who you are today. This man loved you with the Best Buy uniform and those 3 kids in that car with that loud motor and them fingerprints on the back windows. I don't know about all that, y'all, but I'm just saying, he loved her. And yes, Egypt, she is definitely demonic as heck. And everyone on the panel that is on her side, if you call it that way, think about this, you guys. They sat on the panel with Kevin and they tried to go in on this man and upset with him because he raising his voice at Lieonya. And she's sitting up there talking crazy to this man. Like he's not a man. Like he can't whip your tail. You are yelling. Them demons was coming through. Do something, do something, do something. She got so much courage based off of Mr. LaTrue not doing something over these years physical to her. So she felt like she can do that to any man. And the funny thing is, she gonna do that to the right one. Because after Rainbow, I guarantee you, she don't want to taste the rainbow no more after this. She gonna probably try to be with somebody that's a little more masculine. She probably gonna do a little more background check. Mr. Ed had 2 likes on his Instagram. Maybe this one might have 5, give or take. He had 2 with the Keisha Cole picture. We gonna shoot for 5. We gonna shoot for a background dancer from 1983 in living color or something like this. We gonna pray for him. Because that's the only type of person will deal with her. Somebody that we do not know of. Somebody that needs a come up. This man don't care about suicide career. He didn't have any career. This is the most this man has ever gotten. Attention-wise, woman-wise, media-wise. Who was checking for him? Who was checking for wide hip receiver? Nobody. But she wants to take all the time and energy in the world to make everyone think she is genuinely happy instead of walking away from this joke. And if her mama has some brothers, no, she probably scared them off too. They don't care to defend or argue with her because they know she's deranged. Absolutely. Nobody, this is the thing, you guys, nobody has the energy for Lieonya. I guarantee you, everyone from her town, at one point or another, her mom was a good mother. It seems as though they said her mother always had her back. Someone came on a panel and they spoke up and they said a few things about Lieonya. I don't know if you guys missed that. We don't know if they were true or false. They sounded pretty real, but she had a mother in her life. She was those one type of kids, those one daughters who would run away from home, get punished. Soon as they get off of punishment, they running back away from home, probably skip school. The attendance office calling. The mom finally get the message off the voicemail. She ain't been to school in 3 days. She laid up with the older dude 3 blocks up. Been pregnant by him. Turn around, have an argument, knowing he didn't want her. Turn around, I'm going to get pregnant by him again. She's those one type of girls. And I guarantee you, if Mr. LaTruth had not married her within that 6 years, she would have had probably at least 3 baby daddies. Let's be real. She would have definitely had 3 baby daddies. Have y'all ever seen the pic of her when they first met dressed like Julia Roberts? No, we didn't see that one. I really think she is on a guilt trip from her mother. Something is up with, I'm going to say this, and I wasn't going to speak on this, and I talked about, she probably is on a guilt trip with her mother, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. That lady don't have no soul or no heart. The God in me tells me that that is one of the highest ranking demonic people, souls, energies. If you can come destroy, attack one family that's already been through a traumatic experience, you have cancer survivors in the family. You have singers with talent. You have actors. You have all kind of different things that this family has to offer to the world. And this lady, one by one, she tried to take away this man's career. Every time he wanted women in his videos, she started arguing with him. She throwing stuff on his clothes, messing up opportunities that could have been big for him, starting fights with him. Then when the tables flip and the money's in her hands, she used that as a leverage against him. I guarantee you that. And then she finally got so bold to the point she wanted to poke him, poke him, poke him. She didn't think he would leave because his image for the past 6 years was solely built off of the family. While she was building on the low, she thought her platform, having her women movement behind the scenes and everybody loving and praising on her, was based off of him at one point in time. Now she feeling herself. So she's trying to use against him that he needs her now. And little did she know, this man was ready to risk it all. When you ready and you tired and you fed up, you tired. This man said, I don't care. If it gotta be out here, it is what it is. And that is the best thing he could have did to himself. That man has a peace over him I have never seen. Think about him. Is he itching and dancing and singing and popping around? Do we see him doing all these different things in less than an hour? No, but what is Miss Lieonya doing? Yesterday we saw her dancing and singing for a second and talking loud. Your daughter is asleep on the sofa. Did you even greet your kids? What did you say on the car ride home? What did she say, y'all? I can't wait to see my kids. I can't wait to see my babies. Is that the type of energy she had when she walked in the door? Did she love on her oldest daughter because the youngest one was asleep? Or did she let it be known once again the stepdaughter was there? Is she up? And then she asked about the youngest daughter. The oldest daughter never gets that same energy. And that's so sad and unfortunate because I know she does the most. I don't care what no one says. Being responsible for a toddler, doing everything for them. And I'm so grateful that she got a chance to get away going by her father's house. And I guarantee you, if she pulled a prank on those kids and say you gonna move with your daddy, nobody finna be begging, pulling on her legs, saying, please, I don't want to go with him. They gonna be like, all right, pack my stuff, mama, when we leaving? Them kids don't want to be with her. They held against their will. Who would want, like, as a mother? Like, when do she love on these kids if we being real? She didn't even get these kids nothing to wash their freaking chips down that was hot on a car ride 4 hours going to see their dad. And she didn't feel like that was her duty or obligation as a mom. I take my son around town to run errands. We going to stop at the store. I drink Red Bull. He's going to get him something to drink, probably some chips and some candy. Or if I'm not on that type of time, if he gets some chips, I'm at least let him get something to drink. And everybody make excuses for her. We critique everything she does. She tries to put out this image purposely so we can see, like she said on vacation, look, I have my daughter with me. Look, I took my kids with me on my birthday. You took your kids with you on your birthday, but they not with you. Your oldest daughter rocking your other daughter at nighttime when one of your friends should have had it so she could have got a break. She was rocking that baby like she was the mother. And that was so unfortunate. Miss Pooh is getting paid like Robert's sister. So you guys think Robert's sister is getting paid? I just think, you know how you have, and I don't want to say this, but you know how you have one of those siblings in a family that always, maybe she has some type of resentment towards them. Maybe she always felt left out. I don't know because I only had one sibling and she's no longer here. And I never had that type of energy or smoke for her. But maybe she's that one sibling that felt like she didn't have any talent or anything to bring to the family. That's what I'm assuming because everyone's going right and you going to go to the left. But yes, I agree. She is definitely getting something out of the deal. Hey, Aries Black, hey, boo. But he is definitely unbothered. And that is the piece money can't buy. Imagine how he was versus how she looked. And then she do that little silly laugh. And then she dragging through the birthday. You could hear a pin drop how dead it is at the party today. We didn't hear no kids' laughter. We hear her oldest daughter trying to coach her through it, kind of trying to hype it up a little bit, being her little hype man. And the baby girl's just looking the whole time like, okay, what's next? You're a mother of 4, but you don't buy batteries for the toys. You cannot make this stuff up. I cannot believe, you guys, and I don't want to dwell on it, but that's what I was upset about. She did not have no face painting, no princesses. The baby love Barbie. She didn't even have no my size adult Barbie pop up from somewhere. Some type of characters at the party. No water balloons. No type of amusement. No type of fun, fancy stuff. But you up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Make it make sense, mom of 4. We gave you time to plan for this party. I told you 3 months ago, you don't do anything good for your kids. You never show it online. And you show it online and then you fail again. And then you guys want to go through my Facebook photos. Go to my son's 3rd year birthday party. And you will clearly see we were in Disney World. And we would clearly see when he was 2, he had a party at Chuck E. Cheese. But guess what? Kids his age was there. I got him a beautiful cake made and he had amazing gifts. And sometimes, you guys, it's not about how big the party is or how fancy or the gift giving, but we talking about Miss Lieonya, Big Bree, not the little one. So yes, I'm going to speak on money wise because that's what she always throws around. She always talks about how much she has and that Kevin family wants to steal and take her money. Like why they want to take her money? Take her money how? You act like all of them have you in court trying to sue you, which they should. I would. And it wouldn't even be about money. It would be about principle. You assassinated everyone in this family character. How dare you? And then you have Mr. Man, your backup dancer, had the nerve to say, you just want her money. Want her money? No, he wants his own money. He wants his own platform back so he can continue making money and providing like for his family like he's been doing. That's what he wants. I do think she said it's going to be Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Brianna just needs help. I believe that, you know what? And it's the thing, you guys, if we're going to be real, she does need help, but she don't want it. How can you help someone that doesn't want help? She does this all the time. She acts as though she has all the answers. Think about this, okay? In the beginning, when they started filming, when they first got married, what did Mr. LaTruth say? I let her lead the way because she used to having control. She used to having to do things. So that right there showed you the structure of this relationship and where it was going to go. She wanted to be the dictator. She wanted to be the man. She wanted to have control. That video, I Hate You More, was made before they break up. Think about it. Remember when they was in the car, if you keep up with them. When they was in the car, she was upset about that video. And he asked her why. It's just a video. Because that was similar to what they go through. She goes through this man's phone as she please. When he's not up on her, trying to get her to be a wife, loving on her, trying to make her do her wife duties because he's trying to please her all day long. Then she gets offended when he's off in the corner on his phone, probably strolling through, commenting back to fans. She think he's up to something. So she feel like she has the right to go through his tablet, his computer, his phone when she feel like it. Like, who does that? And he finally stood up and was like, I'm not, she don't even do what she's supposed to do as my woman. I'm not, this doesn't necessarily mean I'm trying to mess around, but I'm not going to continue to let her do this to me. That's not cool. So when he finally said no to her, That's when she decides to what? Allegedly pepper spray, allegedly kick him, allegedly do all these things and go into a rage because she was so used to being the dictator for all these years in this relationship. And I would tell each and every one of you out here who's not in a relationship right now, who's working on starting over or dating someone new, how you start is going to be how your relationship goes throughout the whole relationship, even in the end. If you don't require much from that partner and you don't know them like that and you allow them to make all the decision making, what make you think when you get in the house with them, when you guys get serious, they're going to fall back and say, well, you I made all the decisions, but now we can make this together. No, they're so used to you allowing them to dominate and you doing so less and letting them guide and lead. They're not going to want to pull back that leverage when you let them do this for so long. So do not get in a relationship thinking that this person, everything is going to work its way out. No, you started how you want it to go. And that's what Mr. LaTruth messed up at. He did not have a woman. He had a little girl entering a relationship, playing house with him when he was a grown man. She does not. Lieonya already came on her platform and lied and embarrassed herself in front of Kevin. She's hardcore going to jail, and the way she's acting, this is who she really is. Yeah. Lieonya, at the end of the day, show me who you are. When a person shows you, believe them. She showed us who she was on so many occasions. When she's even sitting there strolling through her phone on the beach in her bikini, she can't even smile or be happy. She looks so fake. And then when she is being happy, it's over the top and extra, and everyone wants to say, oh, I haven't saw you this happy in so long, and this man really makes you happy. Okay, you guys, let's talk about it. For her birthday, we found out that she paid for the trip. She probably paid for that purse and that bracelet and that ring that he acted as though he was surprised about as well while she opened it. That boy didn't buy Miss Lieonya a piece of gum out the freaking machine for a quarter since they've been together. She has been paying for this man to pretend to be in a relationship with her. And she should have picked a better actor, at least picked a B. Not a what I say always, a E D C A B C D E F G. That's what she picked, the lowest one. And those not even on the list, but that's what he is. He is off the chart. Why would you pick him out of all guys? But she likes to dominate. She picked it someone she thought she could control. This man has nothing going on for him. So what better person you pick to play your partner? Someone who you can control, you can pay for, and they do what you tell them to do. But she don't realize that he's going to continue to embarrass her because he's a rainbow. He's a diva. He doesn't like this type of stuff. He does it because he feels as though he should. He's a man. And then she wants to say she's happy he was out of town. He was gonna hurt Mr. Robert. With what? Them titties the size of freaking a mother that's breastfeeding. Oh, and then she said he wanted the baby that she breastfed out of the room. She talked about all that today. Maybe because she's 2 years old and your husband wants to be intimate with you, Lieonya. Everything you say in your mind, you feel like it's wrong. But to us, a real woman, we understand where Mr. Robert was coming from. The kid, you have 3 kids you already brought into this marriage. You guys are busy with them all day, working, doing skits. Your daughter, what, 2 years old, and you so butthurt, and I have to breastfeed her. Okay, you pump milk as well, and that can go in the refrigerator. You don't have to necessarily give her your breast. And I'm quite sure he would have even been okay with her being in her nursery next to the bed. But he wanted to train her being 2 years old to be in her own room. So slowly in his mind, which your light bulb didn't go off, he was trying to train you to slowly get her off of that so she could become more independent. And yes, that is a young age, but maybe he wanted to be more intimate with his wife. You guys do have a household with young kids, and everything you say, you try to twist it so we look at it as though it's some type of punishment for you. Your husband want to spend a long time with you, and you up here upset talking about, and he tried to take my back. Girl, bye. Cry me a river. You act like he was beating somebody. You act like he was torturing one of the kids. He tried to put the baby in the other room. Are you serious? So he tried to help you do that? And you're sitting up here trying to convince us that was so wrong? Girl, you, wow. So she breastfed that long. And oh, Jamel, she breastfed that long, but did not potty train her. Exactly. And another thing, Miss Netta, a decent man will never be with her after all this messiness. Absolutely. What man in a right mind that's of a higher quality guy, higher standard, decent man making good money, whatever, be with someone with all this chaos? Everything about her, thanks to us, the YouTubers, the fake influencers, all her background is online. Everything that needs to be looked up, that needs to be said about her, these videos are out there. So if we're gonna be real, she done been to a couple parties. Nobody checking for her. Everybody knew about the public divorce accusations they've been trying to go through and get through online. If somebody really thought she was fine or the baby was really checking for her like she claimed he was, guess what? After she tried to make this so public, so whatever guy was out there, I'm single, I'm not with him, but she's so immature, she failed at that as well. You do not go and dog your husband of 6 years out, your child's father, talk about his private, talk about what he makes, talk about what he brought to the table, talk about how he was nothing without you, talk about this, that, this, and that, and you think a man's gonna say, okay, well, I'm gonna take my chance with her. At least I make a little more money. She not gonna talk about me. No. What about when you get mad at that guy? You don't understand. A real man think before he get in a relationship and involved with a woman. It's not just sexually what we have to offer to a man. A man can get that from anywhere. You haven't graduated to the state of thinking a man will be moved mentally by a woman before he is sexually. A young, immature guy is moved sexually first. A real man is stimulated through his mind, and then it goes to his heart. And you don't know that yet. That's why you are a mother of four and a single parent. And that's not to anyone else out there that has been in a relationship. This is speaking solely on her and the things and the decisions that she chooses to make and how provocative she chooses to dress constantly and thinking that is going to get the attention of a decent, high value man. No man will ever respect a woman who shows everything. Do you think he's going to want to invite you to an event where you have a evening ball on with two splits up and it doesn't even show your private area? By the grace of God, the split don't go up any further, but on top of that, your boobs, his cleavage is showing. You have two splits and your cleavage. You can't even show one or the other. You have to show it all. What man is going to want his friends looking at you in a lustful way every time you guys double date and go somewhere? You know that's all you have to bring to the table, Lieonya. That's all you have to offer a man. And several times when you and your husband got into it, he said he can get those things from anywhere. Because it seemed as though you wanted to lay up in this big house once you got comfortable, once you did what you did to get him to marry you. You wanted to kick back. You didn't want to do your wifely duties. And you felt as though you had some good A1, whatever. I ain't gonna whop. And that was gonna keep him around forever. At the end of the day, sweetheart, it's bigger than that. You wonder why so many attractive men, as anyone else would call it, I think everyone is beautiful in their own way. But a lot of women always complain about why do attractive men always date lesser attractive women? Because it's bigger than being moved by your testicles. They like to be stimulated in their mind first, and then that goes to their heart. Have you peeped game on how she chooses friends to have around her? Yep. They will never be little as her. Exactly. And this is the thing. Even with Black China and her mother, for an example, okay? They fall out. I wish they had a little better relationship. I don't agree with the dynamic, blah, blah, blah. But Black China had her friend that she ran with before she became China. When that girl got on that show, and I believe Lieonya would do the same thing, but guess what? She don't have those hands. She can't have that kind of energy face to face with her friends to go off on them in public. So behind closed doors, she have these little fallouts with them, shade them, do them wrong, toss them to the side like they trash. But how Black China never wanted to promote her friend's business, never wanted to tag her in anything, and talked it so low to her as though she never knew her. And you could look at the pain and hurt in her face. That is Lieonya. How can you call yourself being friends with these people and you don't want them to have a step ahead? You don't want them to have some type of growth or opportunity where they can work from home. Let me see how you do it. Let me promote. You want to cook, you want to cater, let me help you out. But you have to be careful too. It's some snake people out here that will pretend to be your friend, will learn the ins and outs, and then they will snake you. So it's a catch two sides to that as well. When you have a pure, good heart and you have good intentions for a lot of people, and you want what's best for the people around you, sometimes evil people will snake you. And I do believe that, back to Lieonya, she never want anybody that looks better than her around. That little scene with her and the other women in the nightgowns, let's be real. Those weren't her friends. That was just for the show. That's why she tried to have mixed styles so bad come, so it can be like somebody she actually knew and had something in common with and was able to keep a conversation, because they all seemed awkward. It was a moment where they all laughed at her and she didn't even realize that, because she left her husband. Like, we don't even know how many was around at that table that was actually married. But you're taking advice from them. And that's my advice to any woman out here. If you have single friends that club, like to party all the time, that's fine, that's cool. But you also, if you're married or you're in a relationship, you have to have that one friend, that one couple, so you can do couple things with them and your relationship can stay grounded. You have to have someone you can relate to as well. You cannot go to your single friend and tell her about problems that you have in a relationship when she doesn't know anything about that or understand. The first thing she will talk you into doing is leaving him. Miss Lieonya got advice from women that she didn't even click with, that didn't even know her for real. I could tell anyone my side of the story, and you don't even know me all the way. I could meet you and I could say, oh, my husband getting on my nerves. He did this and that to me. And right away, you're going to say, do what's best for you. If he's doing all this to you, leave. I don't see you anymore. I don't even talk to you on the phone like that. I'm getting ready to do this show. We all meet up. And I tell you, girl, I took your advice. And you looking around like, what advice? You remember that one day I was talking to you about my husband and you said, leave if he not doing me right and blah, blah, blah. No, you have to get advice from people that understand. Your friends that are in relationships, they will talk you into working it out, going to therapy. They will look at it from both sides. Your single friend might want you outside. So they might try to talk you into breaking up with that person. You have to be careful with certain people, and you have to be careful with certain energy you invite around you. Miss Lieonya has no relationship with anybody that she started off with, not for real. We can't name one friend that's around her like that. She had to drag this man's sister into her drama and her chaos so she can have somebody else looking as though they're on her side. When in reality, we're looking as though something is wrong with this picture and the sister's not thinking things through. I'm going to just say that, or she not understanding fully what's going on, because she claimed clearly she did not see any type of altercation where her brother put his hands on Lieonya, but she heard verbal abuse, and that went both sides. So out of both of those exchanges, and you said they both did that, what makes her belief credible more than his? When all you had to do was look online, you didn't even have to dig, and you would have clearly saw that your brother was the victim. And everybody wants to think. They want us to think. Let me quote that right. And want us to feel as though because he's a man, he's supposed to get abused. He's supposed to lower his voice. He does not supposed to talk to a woman like that. All those women on those panels, you guys, they are the most evilest, twisted, man-hating. Like, I don't see how they have husbands. How can you respect your husband? He be the king of your castle. But you have a man come on your panel and you have no order. And all of you are yelling at him, talking down to him at once. Make that make sense. And then at the end, you want to pretend to be peacemaker. But yet you tell Kevin he's not a licensed therapist when he tries to save his brother and Lionia's marriage. But you try to pretend as though you were being a peacemaker at the end to make yourself look well. Make it make sense. We know each and every one of you guys' intentions over there is to keep up this drama and chaos so you guys can keep your little storyline going. You claim this is what we trying to do, but at the end of the day, we don't get anything off of this besides getting the truth out, besides getting the information out, what should be out, the facts that are out, sticking up for what's right. That's what we get out of this more than anything. And that's because Lieonya friends are in her head. Only the fat friend. Coretta, how many in between the first BD and Rob, though? All she was saying on her live earlier was that man, this was the man, that child support app. Yeah. And this is the thing, okay? Let me see. I'm sorry, you guys, if I'm missing. I'm going to do better next time. Been there, not only family members. And exactly, that applies to not only friends, but family as well, you guys. It's okay to communicate with your family when you're having problems. But if it's something not that serious and you feel like maybe you over exaggerated it because you was in your feelings in that moment, calm yourself down and see if this is something that you can work out with your partner privately before you feel like you need advice from someone else. Because once you open that door to your family thinking and looking at this person a certain way, and then you show up at the barbecue with them, it's pretty hard for them to turn off those feelings that they done festered up because you done shared some information with them, how you felt in the heat of the moment, and you might have over exaggerated the story a little bit because you was upset. You have to be able to have your emotions in check. And that's why I applaud these men. I applaud Kevin and I applaud Robert. That man has to be one of the strongest men. And that's another reason why we keep going, you guys. Imagine being 6 years of being verbally and physically abused. Imagine being put in his situation when he did have weight on him. Look how she's talking about him online now. Imagine the stuff she said about this man in his face. Imagine behind closed doors the insecurity she must have probably tried to put in his mind. And imagine how he must have felt as her man. Not only she's talking down to me, but she doesn't want to be intimate with me, so she must feel this way about me. A person that's a narc slash sociopath, they will try any and everything to break you so you feel as though they're the only source. They're the only way in the person that you have that you can rely on. See, look, they don't do you right. All you need is me. See, I'm here for you. Nobody loves you like me. You'll never find anyone like me. Somebody in an argument with you in the heat of the moment, your spouse, you say some bad stuff, they say some stuff to you. I'm as good as it get. You'll never find anybody like me. Everybody should feel that way. I feel like if my spouse and I broke up, they'll never have another person like me. I'm one of a kind. So she took it as though she needed to run off with Rainbow in the sun to the sunset to prove to her husband that you was wrong. Look, somebody wants me. And that's what let you know that girl's slow. I'm sorry. Miss Lieonya is slow. She only be about that life when it comes to men. She lose all the energy when it comes to that other breed. Exactly. Yep. Sounds like my baby daddy. Okay, that's exactly what Medea says. Stop telling folks, especially family members, your business, then bringing them to the family barbecue and everybody looking at you crazy. Like, what the heck they doing here? Slower than slower than snails. A taste of judgment, absolutely. And City Mitch 51/50. Absolutely. At the end of the day, I think she is going to continue to try to antagonize this man. We all should uplift him. We all should, when we pray, say a little prayer for him. You know, just because people put on a brave face in front of the camera and they smile, you never know what a person is going through behind closed doors. Just like you guys come on here and you supportive towards us. We get on here, we smiling and we spread the word. You never know what a person is going through behind closed doors. And just that one, hi, good morning, how are you? Hey, sis, that can change a person's day and energy. That can shift that bad energy into something positive. And when you fighting against someone and now they have a team behind them that is attacking you, antagonizing you, they're at work doing this 24/7. You have to be prayed up. You have to make sure your energy, your strength is there intact, put together mentally, emotionally, because you never know what to expect every day. It's an emotional roller coaster from this person mentally attacking you to they're attacking you as a parent. So what? He's posting old pictures of his daughter. So what? He's posting his daughter online. You post her online just about every day. Every time we say you're not a good parent, you post her to prove to us you are. So what make you any different? Your man child posted your daughter saying, happy birthday, um, mommy, or something like that from Poppy. Like, you're not her dad. For you to allow a man to come into your home so early on, when you was a alleged DV victim, you didn't have time to think. You didn't have time to heal. When this first went on and you didn't want to take your wedding ring off and everyone was in your life, you said, oh, I'm not going to date anyone no time soon. I'm going to be alone to myself. I don't want a man right now. Jesus could come down and I'm still not going to want a man. I just want to spend time alone. What did we try to do, you guys? We tried to send good vibes her way. We tried to understand as a woman what she was feeling in that moment going through a divorce publicly. And then, what was it, a month later, she online using God's name in vain sitting up with her friend talking about before she become intimate with another man now. She said she wasn't thinking about a man. That was that other personality. And the other one, the flesh, said that they gonna pray with this guy first, that he has a big you know what before they become intimate. Who says that? What type of influencer? What type of public figure? What type of mother of four? What type of Bible thumping Christian with the heart, with the boobs showing out, with the clothes? I don't know what they feel like. I'm allergic to them. Woman would say something like that. You guys want us to feel sorry for her because she's a woman. And the only thing we're feeling sorry for is her kids and her ex-husband and his family. There's nothing about her that we should feel sorry for besides she's a sorry excuse for a woman, a sorry excuse for a mother. All of those things. Hey, dream girl. At the end of the day, Lieonya will continue to victimize whoever is in her way. People like that, they don't just give up that easily. They are continuously trying to poke you, working behind the scenes when they're not doing it. Just like right now, she's allegedly enjoying her daughter's party, but she probably has 15 people that she cool with in a group chat. Like I told you guys earlier, putting out pictures of her husband. Putting out pictures of her husband. She's back at it again. When will this ever stop? She thinks she's untouchable. That's the type of energy she has. But no one is untouchable when it comes to God. And best believe, when you are chosen by God, God will take care of it for you. All he has to do is get up every day, eat, live, work on himself, build his health. They are night and day. This man get attacked for everything he does, but think about it. If we compare the two, what is she doing positive to be an influencer, and what is he doing positive to be an influencer? They're not adding up. He shows fitness and health. He shows how to cook and eat healthy. He speaks positive. He sends out God quotes. She gets half naked. She half mothers her kids. She goes on vacation with her kids naked. She doesn't know how to love on them and nurture them. She loves on a man, puts him first. She only talks about God when they're broken up. She puts Bible quotes up there. We know when they're going through something. She's so predictable. So why should we feel bad for someone that is a hypocrite? And someone said to me earlier in my chat, how are you going to have so much to say about Lieonya, but yet Mr. LaTruth have females in his video and he's a Christian? Okay. Keyword, video. What does the song say, you guys? Let me see you dance, girl. Are we going to have a woman with a hat on? A 68-year-old woman dancing up there like Madea? Or is he going to have the girl that fits the video? That is a video. But imagine Lieonya is that girl in the video 24/7, 7 days a week, boo. That is who she is. She dresses like the girl in the video. There's no comparison. She's committing adultery as we speak. Whatever he is doing, whatever they're trying to dig up on him to make themselves look credible, to justify her wrongdoings, her endeavorments, it isn't sticking. It isn't working. The math is not mathing. This girl that they tried to act like he liked, that does not seem like his type, that does not seem like she was the sharpest screws in the tool shed. You wanted to convince us that this is the girl he would choose of his liking. And she's coming forward. And then we supposed to take her word that she says he's little shrimp. Okay, she seemed just like Lieonya. She seemed like she was about to cry when she said she was used. Who's going to cry over a shrimp? I would have gave up the deuces and charged it to the game. You've been played. But you going to come out publicly and speak against a guy that you claim didn't even satisfy you. And then you claim you were used. You used yourself. If that text message was valid proof of you two having some type of intimacy, some type of connection, you were trying to expose something. The only thing you exposed is you were trying to have a conversation with a guy that was trying to keep it moving and showed you what it was. You're trying to cake with someone that's in the middle of a divorce. And they don't have time for that. They're trying to tell you. They didn't even try to tell you. It wasn't in so many words. It was in so many less words. The text message said it all. And then you turn around and say, what do you want out of this? Then the next day you say, good morning, King. And he responds, good morning, Queen. Okay, and that just made your day. He responded, but the day before that, sweetie, you asked this guy, what did he want out of this? You are a grown mother of 3. And I just speak, I hope this goes to anyone out here. And it's just being real, okay? Anybody that has the mindset of Lieonya and they have kids that are young and they continue to do this, I feel sorry for them kids. When you be foolish and you throw yourself out there and you have a baby, you turn around, you have another one, you have this, that, different baby daddy. Somewhere in your brain, you have to wisen up. You have to grow up and say, I'm going to be the one responsible for these kids in the long run because he showed me more than once he did not want to be with me. So who's going to continue to do this? And then you turn around from a guy that took care of 3 kids, right? Had a baby with a woman. Everybody was upset, tried to act like it was the worst thing for him to say. He didn't want any more kids. Oh, he said he didn't want any more kids. I can't believe that. That is his right. He probably was so adamant with sticking with not wanting any kids once he saw how much of a less of an excuse of a mother Miss Lieonya was. Who would want to have kids with her? Who would say, she seems like a great mom. I would love to have kids with her. She's so nurturing. He said no. And what did she do? She did it anyways. But what did he do? He rolled with it because that was his wife. We as women have to wisen up. The younger generation that's coming up, people want to make excuses. Miss Lieonya, I heard she was 35, then I heard she was 31. I don't know her accurate age, but you are a mother of 4. You gave birth 4 times and risked your life doing it. There's no way you should still be thinking with the same mindset as though you are a teenager, as though you are a mother of 1 being foolish, having no consequences for your actions. This lady is willing to lose her whole platform to prove a point to her ex, who does not care less about anything she has going on, as long as his daughter is safe. What woman in their right mind would do something like that? This is why Bree triggers me on every level. Lieonya is 32. And you know, that girl's a straight punk. She's a social media gangster. I think social media doesn't help people like them. My daughter loves going on live to smear my name. And I don't open my Facebook or IG page. I am so sorry that you are going through that. And this is the thing with our children. We can love them, nurture them so much, but sometimes our kids are going to want to do what they want to do. They're going to want to choose their own path. So do not beat down on yourself or feel as though you did anything wrong. We're going to have a segment. You guys have to pick a topic. Put in the comment section. Because this is the deal. We have this situation going on with Miss Lieonya. We're going to keep posting and talk about it. but we're still going to have to move on from here. So we're going to have to keep going forward and thinking about other things that can help one another. So what subject would you guys like to talk about? I'm a skinny gay guy. Is that okay? I like wearing women jeans. Of course it's okay. That doesn't have, this is the thing, okay? No one has a problem with anyone that's gay. The problem with someone being gay is they're not saying they're bi. That's how diseases get spread around. If you're bi, that's cool. If you're gay, that's cool. No one is judging. But at the end of the day, if you portray yourself to just be a man and you interact in different activities and you bring something back to a woman and they had no idea or no choice to decide whether or not they were okay with that, then that's not cool. But we love all. We love gay, straight, bi, no judgment on that behalf. Not at all. I have a gay best friend. And that's the problem. We can have a discussion about DV and how it affects our children. Absolutely. So I think, you know what? And a lot, I said it, I don't know if you guys got around to listening to the video. My mom was a DV victim of my father, who she was married to. That's why I'm passionate as well about knowing how she moves. Everyone is different. However, a DV victim is a DV victim. And I've never seen a DV victim that's been in a relationship and traumatized so much for 6 years come right out of that, not even a month later, and goes all the way in on their abuser, on their brother, on their family, and has no problem doing it, no problem threatening, no problem staying 10 minutes from them, no problem teasing them, interacting with their child, with their partner on video so they can see that, when they could possibly go unhinged, get upset, and harm you. So that's the issue I have. Thank you, the Lone Ranger. I appreciate it. My son is trans. I love him with all my heart. Aw. Wait. Love him with all my heart. I don't want him to kill himself from lack of love and understanding. So that can be another topic as well. We can speak on domestic violence as well as being supportive of kids that's coming out with that type of situation. We are DV survivors and we do not approve Bree's message. I believe her daddy only around to babysit. I agree with that as well. And I know a lot of people have been brought here solely off of Bree, and I'm okay with that. But we're all here for a reason. And at the end of the day, when I started doing this, it wasn't just based off of, oh, Lieonya, this, I've been having this platform almost 3 years. But when this took off and I felt some sort of way based off of the lies, the manipulation, and someone being a DV victim, that was a man being attacked, that made me intrigued even more to do my part, as though seeking that this man needed justice. This woman had a team of demons behind her, backing her up, when clearly we saw who the victim was. And that's going to be awesome talking about this. I know Sweet Ma has some ideas as well. She wanted to speak on this. So that'll be something me and her both speak on. Hopefully this weekend, you guys. I have the weekend off, so I want to bring up a couple of things for us to keep speaking on, spreading positive energy. You know, I appreciate each and every one of you joining in today. I wanted everyone to pick a topic so we can go from there. Coretta Richardson, keep your head up, baby. And my heart goes out to you, Miss Papa. I hope I pronounced that, poo-poo, pronounced that right as well. Both of you ladies are beautiful, genuine, sounds like amazing moms. And you just keep praying and keep your kids uplifted. Believe me, God has them. You keep being the loving, nurturing mother that you are. And make sure you ask God to cover them every day. And they will be okay. But you have to continue to live your life as well. And yes, her daddy is. You are very welcome, sweetheart. Aw. She act like Meg. Oh, she acts like that Amber Heard girl. Oh my goodness. When my computer is set up, we are going to do a comparison. Amber Heard lied, said that she was an abusive victim. She messed up Johnny's career. She was whipping on this man, allegedly, I'll say whatever, behind the scenes so bad. And you can tell his energy and his behavior when she was around. You can tell how quiet he was, how he looked down. Men can be victims of domestic violence too. A man can love a woman so much that he doesn't want to use his masculinity around her. He tones himself down so he can be on her level so she doesn't feel intimidated. And then some women, when they get off alcohol, substance abuse is involved, or people are not on meds, people are now not going to therapists or psychiatrists to get the right medicine or diagnosis to actually what's going on with them. So we have people like her walking around in society that has a platform that are unhinged. And people that are supporting her are inviting this demonic energy to keep going. It's only as strong as what we feed it. That's why it's important that we continue to put this content out. People be aware. People from her side is waking up every day. We're not supporting this chaos. Young people thinking what she's doing is okay. This is terrible. What has society come to? This is a mother of four that has a platform to manipulate, to destroy, to antagonize, and is still up there. We love you too, Long Ranger. I watched the trial too, and let me just say her acting skills sucked. You saw her 1 minute when they were questioning her before the trial, when she was a little bit younger. She was so cocky, sitting there, just saying whatever came to her mind. She didn't take it that serious. And then, like Lieonya, it came back to bite her. Everything that she said and she did, she had to be held accountable for it. And she didn't think it would never happen. She didn't think that day would never come. She thought she was untouchable. And when she was in that courtroom, she couldn't move, she couldn't run, she couldn't duck, and she couldn't hide. She had to sit there with that camera on her face and answer and be held accountable for all her lies and all the things that she did to this innocent man. And that's exactly what will happen to Lieonya. and this is a thing to everyone who has kids out here, and even if you have different baby daddies, whatever, that's fine, sis. Do you? I still love you. I'm talking about a Lieonya, a unhinged, a person in their 30s acting like they're in their teens. I don't care if we, as being younger, made mistakes and did foolish things. Who didn't? But this lady is carrying on like she's not a mother of four. Like she has no boundaries. She has no rules for her. She can do as she pleases. When we get off of here, I guarantee you, you go on to Facebook and you will see that they have put out so many pictures of this man. He hasn't saw his daughter in 10 months. Would you see your daughter with a sociopath for a mother? Would you go see your daughter if you were scared for your life? And then she made fun of him wanting an escort out of court. I would too. She's unpredictable. This woman showed up at court with this Wu-Tang t-shirt on, like that's the only thing she had to put on. But in the beginning of just being like on you, she had on that suit coat and she went to that fake office and she had a picture of her kids on there like she really loved them, like she was going hard for them. What have we saw? since she been single? Since she's been alone, what have we saw to show for her going so hard for her kids? Besides the lavish gifts and the trips that she has did with her man. What has these kids have to show for it besides some dried up cupcakes and a cake and some balloons plastered on the wall and a bouncy house that's out of air? And some Barbies that she's already bought them and no batteries to the toys that she did seem amused by. What do these kids have to show for all of this, all these things, and all these allegedly type of accusations that she threw out here that they went through? You would think if that was the case, she would be advocating for the victims that she claimed she was. She said she was gonna what? Open up shelters. She was gonna get information for them. What about that? Nobody's holding her accountable for the things she threw out there this week, that week, and say she's gonna do. Same thing like Amber Heard said she was gonna donate some money to a charity that never made it there in the divorce settlement. Lieonya has said so much but did so little. She has bragged about how much she makes. She always keeps her hair done and her nails done. And I want to make this crystal clear with everyone. No one, and I mean no one in this world, is jealous of Miss Lieonya. Let's keep that clear. Let's get that clear. Let's keep it real. Let me get my words right and get it together so they can understand. No one. The only thing we are upset with is her lies, her false accusation, her pretending to be something she's not. Her not, number one, being a mother to these precious, beautiful kids that did not ask to be here, that do not reap the benefits of her being an influencer, of her making this money, of her invading their life and their privacy, putting them in a TV show that they had no say so in. She just threw them on TV. And they did not reap the benefits of that whatsoever. Egypt Cree, I was a DV victim, 14 years old, by a 20-year-old man. And and I am so sorry you went through that. And we can speak on that as well too, you guys. Back in my day, it was a lot of older guys that would try to pick up on younger women. It would be your uncle friends. It was the thing back in the day, but I was scared to talk to him. You my uncle age, so I know what you're trying to do. I was that one little shy girl that learned from my friends' mistakes. I had friends that kind of did things that everyone was doing, but I was the one chilled in the cut and said, oh, well, she's with him today and they breaking up tomorrow and then she's with someone else. Well, maybe I should just not date right now. You know, I learned from other people's mistakes. Hey, totally icy. Hey, boo. Exactly. She is really an influencer. She is really an influencer. What is she influencing? Her dry pasta, her half-naked clothes, her man-hating group, her going on trips, her encouraging everyone to bash her still husband while she commits adultery publicly. What is she influencing? That is the question. I am grateful. I appreciate you guys giving me your time today. Think of some things you guys would like to speak on. You know, I heard domestic violence and speaking about kids in regards to their sexuality and them being comfortable coming out. I really want you guys to not only focus on the Lieonya situation, but as I stated earlier, we have to continue to go forward. And we are unity as one, and we're all brought here for a reason. We're going to continue to be updated on that while we continue to go forward in a positive direction that benefits all of us. So please leave your opinion down below, your thoughts. If you think of something later on, you can leave it in this video or another video. But I appreciate you all time so much. This was my first live in almost 3 years. but it won't be my last. Hopefully, I'll either be on someone's panel tonight, but for sure, I'll definitely be speaking with each and every one of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. Talk to you later, sisters. Bye for now.